and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at how to set up a helmet for moto vlogging. We're going to be looking at how much the kit costs, where to get it from, and how to set it all up. But before we do, roll the credits. Okay, so I've had a few requests asking me to go over what kit I use and how it's all set up to get the videos that I've been posting on YouTube. So for those people who've requested it, what I intend to do is, first of all, I will go through the things that you absolutely need, and then I will split it off into a second part with the stuff that's nice to have and will make your life easier. It's quite an expensive hobby to set up, but once you've got it for life. So we'll get straight into it. Okay, first of all, obviously the first thing you need is a decent camera. My advice is to go out and buy the best camera you can afford. If you buy a cheap and nasty camera, then you're going to get cheap and nasty results. My wife kindly bought me this for Christmas. It's a GoPro Hero 8 Black. This was bought in the bundle version from the GoPro site, and it was £329.99. For that you get a tripod, mini tripod that also turns into a little selfie stick. You get a battery, a memory card, a head mount that, it's like a strap that fits on your head, and the clip for attaching the camera to the head strap. Okay, the next thing you will need to buy, and this is only if you've got the Hero 8. If you've got the Hero 7, you don't need one of these. But with the Hero 8, there is no external mic socket for plugging a 3.5mm lavalier mic into. So you have to go out and you have to buy what's called the media mod. Now, this media mod, it is not cheap. It is £79.99 off the GoPro website. However, it is a good item of kit. When it's mounted in, it's got two mics. It's got a mic on the front and it's also got a mic on the back. So it's really good. It's really directional. So if you're doing a walk around looking at your bike or whatever you're doing, perhaps you're in front of the tripod, whichever side of the case you're on, if you're on the front mic will pick you up. If it's on the back mic will pick you up. It's a really good piece of kit. And then also on the back here you can see you actually have the 3.5mm socket for putting your mic into. You also have a USB-C adapter, and you also have a socket for a mini USB. Expensive piece of kit, but I do like it. It is a good piece of kit. Okay, we mentioned that you needed a mic to plug into the media mod. Now, it's not so simple, because if you go out and buy a lavalier 3.5mm jack mic, the actual male connector, if you look on this female one, you can see that there are two little black rings, while on the lavalier mics there are three. And if you plug that direct into the media mod, you won't get the correct sound. You need an adapter with just the two black rings on. So to buy this is the Rode female TRRS adapter down to the 3.5mm TRS male adapter. It's not a great deal of money. We're looking at £6.95 off eBay. As just mentioned, you also need a lavalier mic. I tend to buy the mini mics that are on a boom. It's just when they say a boom, it's like a little bendy pole that sits inside, so you can adjust it. Once you've mounted it inside your helmet, you can actually bend the pole and get it right in front of your mouth, so it's right against your lips. I'll show you more of this when we come to actually install everything on the helmet. It's a cheap piece of kit to buy. A lavalier mic 3.5mm is £8.95 from eBay. Okay, the other thing I like to buy is these mini foam covers. They are 8mm foam mini mic covers. You get a bag of 10 for £1.89. They simply stretch over the end of the mic, the lavalier mic, and it gives you good, it muffles out all the background noise, all the excess wind that you get when you're riding along and the wind's whipping up inside the helmet, and breath noise, because when you're breathing the mic has to be very close to your mouth, and sometimes you can pick up and make you sound like Darth Vader. When you buy the stock lavalier mic, they do have these on, but they tend to be a lot thinner than this make, and I just find this does a better job, and it's really cheap. £1.89 for a bag of 10 off eBay. Okay, the next thing is adhesive mounts for actually mounting the camera onto the helmet. Now you get these in a pair. You can get curved, or you can get flat, or you can get mixed. I do like the curved ones. These just stick straight onto the side of the helmet at any angle you want, and then the camera arm slots in there as so. I was a bit wary of using them, wondering whether the adhesive would be strong enough, but I've put it on my helmet. I've had absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. The only thing I would say, instead of buying a really cheap set off eBay, make sure you get a reputable brand. This is a 3M adhesive, so you know that it's going to stick, because if it fails it could be catastrophic for your camera. I paid £24.99 for 2, and that is off the GoPro website. Okay, we have 2 items here. We have the helmet curved extension arm, and also the helmet front and side mount. Basically this attaches to the mount that I mentioned earlier, so it will just click in like so, and then it will be in that position on the side of your helmet, and the camera will fit here facing forwards. Now this part here, the extension arm, it comes in pieces, and you clip them all together like you would fitting together the old Meccano sets, and you can put it in any configuration, whatever suits your helmet setup. So if you've got it on the front, it might be slightly configured, slightly different than this, but this is configured for my helmet for be on the side of the helmet, but you configure it in any way that you want to. This is the actual helmet mount. This is quite expensive. This is £34.99 from the GoPro site. Again, I think it's worth buying a decent mount, because you know you've got satisfaction in mind that it isn't going to snap and your camera's not going to fall off. Whereas the arm is from eBay, and that was just £6.29, and you know that's just as good a quality as what you would get off eBay, you would get off GoPro. But with the actual mount, I would definitely go GoPro and make sure that you get a good quality one, so you know that that's not going to snap off the side of your helmet. Last but not least, you may need these. I don't use these on my setup, but I think if you were using, perhaps mounting the camera on the front, you may need these. And all they are buckle clips, again, that fit into the adhesive mount. So you lift this flap up, you squeeze them, and they clip in, and that's what you mount your camera to. Again, they do come in different configurations, so as you can see, the depth of where the camera is mounted and what side the actual camera bolt goes in determines which way the camera will be facing when it's mounted. Just make sure that you read the specifications when you're ordering these things, and work out which bracket you actually require. Price wise, you are looking, check my list, okay, £4.95 off eBay, so not too bad at all. Okay, the next things I'm going to cover, these are things that you don't actually need to start with, however they are nice things to have, and you can get extra shots, and it makes your life a little bit easier. So the first thing is this. I absolutely love this. It's a claw clamp, and basically you just unscrew it, and then you can mount it onto handlebars, crash bars, anywhere on the bike, and you can get some good shots. You can have it on the handlebars and have the camera looking back at you, so you've got the shot of you, you know, looking straight into your face, into your helmet. You can put it on crash bars at the side of the bike and get a view close to the road, perhaps get a view of the front wheel and the suspension going up and down. And it's really quick as well, you know, to unmount this and put it in a different position. You're talking 2 or 3 minutes, and you can be in 2 or 3 different positions with your camera. Really good piece of kit. It's the 1-inch ball clamp mount, and it's £13.99 from eBay. Now, to go with the ball clamp, you will also need a 1-inch ball head mount, £3.49 from eBay. And you will also need a RAM mount, £10.95 from Amazon. Okay, I also like to carry a spare battery, possibly 2 spare batteries if you're going on a longer journey. It just makes life a lot easier. The batteries can drain quite quickly. So £19.99 from the GoPro website. Always a good thing to have. I do like this as well. I say I carry extra batteries. This is a triple battery charger, so the batteries just fit in like so. You can put 3 batteries in there. It's USB-C adapter on the back, so you can pop that in your tank bag and plug it into your accessory socket and charge it while you're going along, and you're always keeping your batteries rotating round and charging, so you've always got live batteries as you're going along. A really nice piece of kit. That is £14.99 from Amazon. Another thing that isn't a must, but it will make your life so much easier, especially if you're doing product reviews like this, or you're doing a review where you're actually walking around the bike, is a tripod. I got my tripod from eBay. It was £13.99. It's extremely light, it packs down really small. I can just pop it in my top box or pop it in my rucksack. Can carry it along, get some great shots with it, and they do fold down really small, so you can do tabletop reviews like we're doing now, or you can have it at full extension where you pop it in front of the motorbike. You can stand next to your motorbike and it's as though somebody's actually doing the videoing for you. So excellent piece of kit. Another thing that I like to take with me, obviously you've got all these bits and bobs that you're carrying, and if you just keep them loose in a bag, they're all over the place. You're searching around the bottom of your bag, or they're rolling around in your top box. So I just have this little case. It's a Taliesin portable case. It was £11.99 off eBay. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a hard case, but it's like a rubber, quite stiff outer, so it will protect everything. And then inside you've got different compartments. You've got elasticated hoops. You can keep things like memory cards in, keeps them secure. And then you've also got movable Velcro compartments inside, so you can configure it to however your kit is. So all in all, it's a really nice, inexpensive way of keeping everything organised, safe, dry and clean. That is the Taliesin portable case, £11.99 from eBay. So as I said, it's not a cheap hobby. To get set up with the minimum that you need for putting the camera on the side of your helmet and being able to record audio, you're looking at £498.99. That is with the setup I've got. You can do it cheaper if you were to go out and buy a Hero 7 camera or buy a second-hand camera. You know, you can make savings. The extra bits that I've bought that make your life easier, that is a further £105.88. Okay, we come for the install, how to set up all the kit onto the helmet and inside the helmet. The first tip is to get a bath towel. Just roll the bath towel up into a long sausage shape and then curl it round so that you've got this shape here. That way you can get the helmet, and your helmet is going to fit nice and snug. It's not going to scratch the table, it's not going to roll around, you're not going to scratch that helmet or damage the helmet in any way. You can apply pressure to the helmet and it just keeps it nice and still, nice and stable. Okay, so what we need to do now is install all the equipment onto the helmet. Now the first thing we need to do is get the adhesive pad, and we need to mount this on the side of the helmet. Now before we do this, there are a few things that we need to take into consideration. First of all, we have to build this up. We have to make sure that we've built the extension arm up and fitted it on the side mounting clip. What we need to do then is, while the adhesive pad is loose, attach the mounting arm to the side, and then also we want to attach the camera onto the front of the arm. Now obviously I can't do that because I'm using the camera to video installing the equipment, but one thing I will say is that you must make sure, if you've got the Hero 8, that you actually have the media mod attached, because the media mod increases the size of the camera, and in turn it means that you've got a decreased amount of angle for angling the level of view when you attach it. So you must make sure that that is attached. Once you've got all this set up with the camera on, switch the camera on and link it to the GoPro app on your mobile. Then go outside to your motorbike, sit on the motorbike and get a friend to come and just loosely hold the whole setup against the side of your helmet where you think you want to mount it, and then just rotate it around while you're actually sitting on the bike and looking at your mobile so you can see what the GoPro is actually seeing. And once you get it to the angle that you think's right, just get a marker pen, just put a little mark at the front and a little mark at the back. Once you've done that, you're then ready to take the adhesive pad, just take off the label inside so it exposes the sticky surface, and then just press it down, hold it down with pressure for a few moments, and then just leave it for 12 hours, 24 hours for it to set, and then you're ready to go, and you can mount your GoPro onto the side of your helmet and it's already in the right position. You can lock everything down tight so you don't have to adjust it every time you get on and off your bike, and it's just as easy as undoing the clip and clipping it back on every time you want to record something. So what we'll look at now, we'll look at installing the mic and putting the microphone inside the helmet and routing all the wires. Okay, so looking inside the helmet now, just here we can see the lavalier mic on the boom, and it's just sellotaped inside the helmet. Now, depending on what size your helmet is and what shape your helmet is, you want this so that this foam is almost touching your lips. It's got to be right in front of your mouth. If you don't have it right in front of your mouth, then you will have problems with sound quality. You can also pick up wind noise and background noise from the engine. Obviously you want a little bit of that to give it some atmosphere, but you don't want it to the extent that people can't hear what you're saying. Another thing to take into account as well is if you've got any air vents at the front of your helmet, and most motorbikes do, you need to have them in the closed position, because the minute you open them you'll get that rush of air into the helmet, and the mic is really sensitive when it's close to the vents, and you won't be able to hear a word you're saying. And a lot of people struggle with the setup of the mic and getting good noise quality, and it's just simply those two rules: keep all the vents closed and keep the mic directly in front of your mouth and almost touching your lips. There's no special way of fitting the mic. All you do is you just tape it in. Some people use Velcro. You can get these little Velcro strips that you can put in. I find inside my helmet, this material here, it's more like it's like a plastic material, so Velcro wouldn't work that well, and it's easy. You just use a little bit of electrical tape just to stick it in. As you can see here, This is the mic cover that I was talking about. The ones that come standard, they're not very thick and they do tend to let a lot of background noise through, whereas this is like a muffler, and it muffles out all the wind noise and all the background noise a lot better by those add-ons. And what you'll find is as well that they do wear, they do stretch, and quite often, you know, one will pop off and blow away. So you buy you know, a bag of 10, they're what, £2 for a bag of 10, 1.89, something like that, and it's no problem. Some people will super glue them on, but for how much they cost, I just buy the extra ones. They don't fly off all the time, but occasionally, after 2 or 3 months, 4 months, they can fly off. This here at the side, this is to my Pack Talk Bold, which is my intercom, what I use for talking to my wife when we're on, when we're touring. Now, if you look at the side of the helmet, I'll pull the cheek pad away, and as you can see, I've got all this wire. So what I do is I just thread all this wire behind my cheek pad. It's difficult to see, and then just around the side and underneath the lip of the helmet here, and that takes away all the excess, and then I just have a little bit hanging loose, and that will plug into the camera itself. So what I will do, I'll try and do it so that you can see what I'm doing. It's not rocket science, you've just got to tuck it up in your helmet, however your helmet design is. And now you can see inside the helmet, that's all quite neat. Nothing's showing, there's no wires, it's all taped down. And then we just have this little bit that's left, and that will actually plug into the camera. Okay, I've switched over to my mobile phone to film this last little bit. As you can see now, the camera is mounted onto the extension arm. If you see the small hole, that is the 3.5mm mic jack hole, so I will attach that and then you can see how that's fitted. Okay, so that is the female adapter fitted to the camera. So all we've got to do now is take the cable from inside the helmet from the lavalier mic and just connect that. Okay, and now you can see it's fully connected to the helmet. Here we have an above view. And as I said, it does look as though the camera is pointing up towards the sky, but when you're riding you will find that the position you're in on your bike, you actually tilt your head slightly forward, so that will level off. And that is one of the reasons why I always say, before you make anything final, before sticking the adhesive pad on, make sure that you sit on the bike and line everything up and you've got everything locked off in the position you want before you stick the pad on. It just makes your life so much easier. I'll bring the video to an end now. I hope it's helped. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. I'm new to video vlogging, moto vlogging should I say, and I've had to learn as I go along, and I'm still learning. You know, I learned how to do this by looking at other people's vlogs, how they've set their helmet up and took the good and the bad and what I thought would suit me, and I suggest you do the same. One thing I will say, I thought this was going to be an easy video to shoot. Technically it has been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare looking at all the prices and the editing. Everything about this video has been difficult, so I hope it has come out all right and it is, you know, at least helping you out a little bit. Please check out my channel. There's loads of other videos, hopefully better than this one. Lots of motorbike tests, road reviews, all things motorbike orientated. So please give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe. All the best everybody, and Bike Rider Reviews out.